And welcome back to Pink Noise, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, cool. I just noticed in the background of this, there's Han Solo at the top right with a thing that apparently says Space Wars. Well, Han Solo like figure. And I I told you I'd be successful. I just needed a little bit of time to do it. And I was able to manage to get past the first two levels. It got a bit frustrating with the third level, so I'm skipping that for now. But I'm getting tickets out. And as of this moment right now, I'm playing this on Friday the 13th. That's why I decided to do this. I normally would do it Sunday, but yes, it's Friday the 13th and everything. I decided to record today. That's it. Give me tickets, you big stupid slab iron. Cabinet releases 50 tickets to begin exchange for an interesting item. Literally to keep playing a bit longer than run out of spare change, but I would never, ever borrow money from a girl. Michael feels a bit awkward since he's never had any pocket money at all. Ouch, that sucks. They're finally slap on the back after assault. Good job, Michael. You played like a beast. You did a lot better than this one. Catchy class today. Not sure I completely level with most girls and candies. Brown looks around with a self-satisfied smile. But since this point, the girls hit. There's the celebrate's triumph. They just emerged from the bathroom discussing something. You missed something amazing! Did you hit the space shuttle? No. Then I don't see any reason for such a leader's joy. What's your problem? Brian points to the tickets Michael's holding. Nah, what we did is very cool and nice show. Let's go. High time to pick the prize. The cashier's in the round. Yeah, I remember this from Molly's Kinder video. I remember what happens here is perfect for Friday the 13th. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's actually a take on Michael Myers, but yeah. Cashier's headphones are still on. We'll apply the counter and let some sausages rolling around in a jar. All is hiding. All seems empty. Where did he go? Don't know. Brian carefully approaches the can and raps on the table with his knuckles. Raps on the table. That reminds me of the poem by Edgar Allan Poe. I salute the hymns I speak his name, the Raven, rapping on my chamber door. I'm pretty sure I read that aloud and put it in the video. I'm pretty sure I did, and so I'll put the link in the description if I did so. They stand behind the bamboo curtain. Amy seems like beeping incessantly. Signboard lights dims and the found darkness creeps into the hall. Eva impatiently examines the can, the prizes and the posters tacked up against one another, and she shouts, give me a second here, ladies and gentlemen, there's a bug here, there's a nasty moth. Get out of here, stupid moth. Hello? Anybody here? Stupid moth. Get in the way. Alright, let's bounce. I don't want to wait for this pretty... Yeah, there it is. The catcher takes off the mask and bursts his laughter. Y'all should have seen your faces. We didn't even guess. What a boring prank. Or yeah, it's a take on Leatherface, I think, actually. Or maybe it's a take on both, but yeah, Cassie grins as you take a swig of lemon juice. Oh, critics. I pick a prize. So you got plenty of tickets. Okay, so what? Do I need to use my mouse for this part? Here we go. Can this be GamePod 10,000 win tickets? Oh yeah. Alright, yeah. Right, yeah. Let's take on Game Boy from back in the day. 1986 Cops. Take on Topps baseball cards, hit 40 win tickets. cards prices slumped since everyone rushed to buy them a few years back, hoping to sell them profit later, even though they aren't interested in sports. I actually have, in real life, a vintage Babe Ruth baseball card. He's really the only player outside of my really fucking Phils that I really care about. Um, but yeah, I have a vintage Babe Ruth baseball card I got at a yard sale years back for just 50 cents, along with all these other cards. It was on top though. So they knew full well they were selling it to the family who was selling it. And so I felt like I was stealing it because it was only 50 cents, the entire thing, the entire stack of cards. And yeah, Magic, yeah, Magic Ball 50. Oh right, yeah. I see horoscopes as a load of crap. Slinky, 20 win tickets, a red Slinky, an American gold nollie, indeed. You can pull a lot of simple tricks with it. He was promised to younger brother, so give him one just like this. Let's see here. Hello? Why isn't this working? Here we go. Come on, let's see here. Save it and then go back. That's. I'll continue. Let's see. And then we do this. Here we go. Let's take on the Rubik's Cube. Cube 35 win tickets. Oh right, yeah. I remember seeing that. Prize for Michael, prize for Brian, prize for Eva. Yeah, why not? Leave it to chance. You chose the cops cards to even unlock. We picked the cards. Brought some of the tickets on the cashier's nose. Oh look, everyone. Okay. Well, it's not his fault. Jeez. See the Prime's give his fit puffy dog eyes. Brown only embarrassed himself the barest essentials. Yeah, you see? His dad fixed the old sneakers, jackets, even his backpack. He always makes sure they're sturdy and cheap. As for begging him for baseball cards, forget it. Nevertheless, Brian was infrequently saving money for more card sets. He's kept some sets for himself and sold most of them to make more money. Saved those sealed buckets was pure torture, but it could be an investment in his future. Get all the 80 sets except for this and the 84 ones. I swear, as soon as the price goes up, I'm going to sell the collection for a couple $1,000 and buy whatever you want. She doesn't need a prize. She never misses a chance to meet Brian. Comebacks come naturally to him, yet he sulks in the most hilarious way whenever a joke is made as his expense. How generous. Want to bet? When it comes time to find a fork out, we need a witness from today. I'll be y'all's witness. Think twice before opening your mouth, kid. I can't believe you insulted my beautiful pumpkin man. Absolutely criminal. This kid can't be devoured by the wizard. As a matter of fact, I wish it had. What's the... what? No, I want to see what that meant, that wizard, because I didn't remember that from... Molly Scander. Don't remember that being said. Huh. You have a damn good reason. Hey, whatever, closing the door's right there. As he crosses his arm, doesn't budge. Now, the store doesn't close for another 15 minutes, and since we've only got a handful of pictures instead of real prize, Eva should get to choose an extra one. Eva jumps, confused. She was... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was Leatherface. Yes, it is a take on Leatherface. I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, you can click on it like that. Yeah, the real horror of this is, from what I understand, that actually happened in real life. Um, like the movie was based off an actual real life event. Yeah, Leatherface. That's the take on. In case you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, I gave my first on Humble Bundle to support the Wounded Warrior Project. The Hooked on You, Dead by Day, like Dave saying Hooked on You. The trickster says that he like brags about how his island has like all the cool killers, as he puts it, and says about Ghostface being there. Plus the chagrin of the narrator, who doesn't want any copyright infringement. Even Ghostface. No, no, no. We don't want to come to copyright infringement or something like that. I forget what exactly the narrator says, but yeah, I gave him the Hannibal Lecter voice because it's like that kind of a game. And Fix just pauses for a bit and then says that Ghostface. Come on! Alright, yeah, how did that happen? Here we go. Choose next to what? Yeah, this is where the horror really begins. Cassie grabs an old VHS tape off the counter and passes it to her. Nothing. Here, take it. I got no idea what's on it. Oh, so that's it? A couple worthless cards of Shiznit cassette? If we look around the dump, we find better prizes than this. She walks briskly towards the door and all but trips over Lucy. Cat dashes up to Eva and rubs against her legs. Lucy is also the name of a starring character in another game I purchased on Humble Bundle to support the Warner Bros. Project, Fairy Tale. I'll put the link to that in the description as well. I play through a Fairy Tale, which is near and Sammed. I'm gonna miss it when it's gone, but there's gonna be the sequel to it as well, so that's gonna be cool. Fairy Tale 2, the game Fairy Tale 2. Cat looks pleased, purring happily as if she's just eaten her fill. No trace of early grumpiness. He even stops and smiles at the true mistress of the arcade center. She only regrets her camera. Forgetting her camera. She often takes pictures of animals to show her mom and dad, but I've never seen it to get her hint. How about we take the cat too? Absolutely need a furry friend? No. Ashley's family has never had any pets. Very thought of facing this furry consequence would see it sent her mom into a panic. All those dirty paws on the floor, the hair on the bed, the scratched furniture and torn wallpaper. The almighty monkey god computer nerds heed her request. The cat stays. They live in thickening twilight. I just noticed there's a bit of tape coming out of the loading screen cassette. Wonder if that's gonna be a sign of anything to come. Most of the signs are already off submission. The thicket's basement and down alleyways in darkness. It splashes onto the square, engulfing it in blackness. Only a few pickups and locked bicycles are still around, all parked by Marshall Sue's bar. The wind sweeps over the fields, usually towards with the harvested corn now moans forlornly, plunging the suburb into melancholy. Winter will change everything. Stores and bars will be strung with sparkling beads of colorful lights, and the snow will smooth the wrinkles and scars all over the road. The town will take on a deceptively pretty and cozy facade. As a kid, Michael loved strolling around during Christmas vacation, munching on hot pies and watching the snowflakes fall through the thick windows of a coffee shop. Back then, you never noticed the aging buildings tipped concrete, the gloomy people trying to fake a smile. In autumn, however, the suburbs fall stand out more sharply, looks unwelcoming, gray, lifeless. No wonder he would call it the season of ghosts, just thinking about giving the creeps. Well, we're late. Granny and Grandpa will be upset. That's the worst that'll happen. You might as well stay a little later. As the friends chat away, Brian pulls out his chest and admires colorful box. He knows why Ava looks at the cassette with such adoration. He uses the colorful cops box the same way. Getting his hands on the 1986 set has not been easy. Even so, we'll have to open it carefully and count the cards. The stupid cashier could have swiped the most valuable ones, or those featuring his favorite players. He wants an incomplete set. No one would pay a single cent for that. That's a point. Look at them. They're just glowing with happiness. We got way more than we could have expected. The cashier didn't say it was on tape, but it only makes it more interesting. What do you think? Is it going to be a movie, a cartoon? Ashley takes the cassette and looks over. Inexplicably, she snips it and loses back in astonishment. It just doesn't smell like old plastic. For things that you don't know what they are, especially if it's like something old like that. I remember reading this in a chemistry book in grade school on my own. You see, there's nothing nerdy about that kind of thing. I'm ultra cool, if I do say so myself, and I read a chemistry book on my own. So there. But yeah, what you should do is use your hand to waft things to make sure that you're not directly inhaling any fumes of any kind, which could be, like, deadly. Rather, she's detecting an expensive perfume. The European cognac her father used to drink on special occasions. Gunpowder smoke, nice. Strong tobacco. The odors mixed together in the most unimaginable way, yet each is still distinct. Probably just some old TV show. There's traces of a torn sticker on the case. Black tapes. Let's see, can I? No, I need the mouse for that, don't I? I stick like that when they can be labeled. So they can be labeled. Yeah, clean VHS cassette that people had in the 1980s and 90s used to record everything. TV music, MTV music videos, and random shows. Yeah, that was back in the good old days when MTV actually was the real deal. I actually wasn't around for that day and age when they showed actual music TV. That's why it was called that. But I do hear about that, how they used to show music videos and stuff. From what I understand, Aeon Flux was supposed to be a pretty cool series too, though I never actually saw it. But everything else that they started showing in the 90s, and especially later on, just ain't got nothing more on music videos. Why you told Knucklehead we choosing such buzzkill prizes? She spins around. Brian, how long you gonna mess around with those cards? She got to go full-scale investigation, as intently focused as an archaeologist just discovered a priceless relic. Friends are welcome to call it names to their heart's content, but Brian ceased listening long ago. The box has already been opened. Someone's rummaged through the cards and probably even stolen a few. Treasure is on the verge of turning into a worthless pile of cardboard. Son of a bitch! Runs back to the dorm as if to burst in with the cashier. Aw, man. What's up? You use this bathroom? You don't have to break into the arcade center, just use it. What? Oh, man. That is wrong on so many different levels. I know, right? Brain can be painfully blunt sometimes, but at this moment our brain is entirely preoccupied with something else. This jerk deserves to find pot crap in the middle of his hall. You spoiled the whole thing. It isn't worth the damn thing when it's already been opened. Ashley smiles, but not. What gives? What gives? Hey, what? There wasn't supposed to be any voiceover. What's going on with that? Settings. Yeah, no voiceovers. Damn it. Apply. Is it time we went home? My old sister must be really worried. West usually stay out this late. It doesn't bother watching the steps someone stopping as they move along. Even starts seeing the reason of this check. He looks way too upset. She knows how serious he is about his collection. Even Tony used to collect trinkets and treat them like they were absolutely priceless. Buying the cards mean far more than anyone could understand. Eva herself gave him a 1982 card set for his birthday. Brian, what do you think is on the cassette tape? No idea. Maybe some maniac recorded himself abusing his victim and couldn't wait to make it public. They cross the square and come to the town's newest and most affluent suburb. The area doesn't have as much junk lying around as the park does. Residents here are all relatively wealthy. Nice. Good on them. Living the American dream. Eva continues turning the cassette over and peering at us, this hoping to get a vision of the footage. Maybe it's a cursed video. I hope that scummy cashier watched it. There is Ashley's shop. It posted the yard, plenty of space in a treehouse, a pool, and a huge shed. With a pinch of envy, I surface neatly. Should have a garden there, as I see it, and a fence to keep others from getting at it. Massive garage, bright red roof, and new uniform sidewalk. Meanwhile, his family's yard looks more like an obstacle course. The place needs repairs. The basement floods regularly. The roof needs patched up every summer. His bedroom reeks of bitumen. What's bitumen again? Let me see what bitumen is. I can't remember what that means. Let me see here. Black viscous mixture of hydrocarbons obtained naturally as a residue for petroleum distillation and is used for road surfacing and roofing. Wait a minute. It's actually pronounced Spider-Man. Ashley's parents would never let her hair deteriorate like that. Their home looks like it could be a postcard, perfect every way. He saw the outside. The only light still on his parents' bedrooms upstairs, which means Ashley would have to make her own dinner and have cold. Strange. There's supposed to be exactly 60 cards in this pack, but I just got 62. And the time was 57. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Already getting some horror. Nice. You know, if you just keep studying, who needs it? His fence split up by the vector of fence. Eva's bag feels heavier with the cassette inside. No matter how she tries to push it or pull it out of her mind, she can't. Mystery locked inside the old pressure case has the power to turn the bleak evening into something special. All she needs is the right excuse, an opportunity to watch. Ashley says the perfect place for that. He looks thoughtfully at the watch. Yes. Ash, you have an old VHS player in your set, don't you? Yeah, but I should have gotten rid of it after you brought that creepy Italian movie about ballerinas. Let's see here. What's this? Suspiria, 1977. Interesting. I'll have to see if that actually exists. Because I don't remember that being in Honest Gander video either. Because, let's see here. Suspiria. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Huh. Unless there's an English dub, I'm never going to watch it. But indeed, it is a horror movie that actually does exist. Even nods eagerly and beams at her. Ashley can grumble and criticize her, but she goes along with Ashley. Here we go. Oh, what? Or not? Thought that my controller was moving this for a second there, but apparently not. She goes along with Eva's crazy plans every 9 times out of 10. Whatever. Season can't get any worse anyway. What do you think, boys? If you go home, Eva and I will just watch the recording together and never ever tell you what we saw. Michael should have been home a long time ago, with a chance to spend more time with his buddies is worth any scolding. He never ceased to be amazed that at least a few of his classmates talked to him and even called him a friend. Poor dude. Brian? Stan stock still just a few steps away. Did the number change again? Mom actually calls out to me. Drops both the box and the card against his hand. Colorful cards scattered on the ground bells distinguish from the fallen leaves. Ron stares at him like a Ron sees about to perhaps something poisonous. Turns pale and hunches over, flinches as if he expects someone to smack him. You're not in Clemixy class? Pay attention! Burton eyes squats down and snatches up the phone calls, stuffing them haphazardly back into the box along with leaves, weeds, and dust. Now they're really gonna be worthless. You're gonna have to create some kind of enigmatic story if you want to sell it. Maybe you found the box next to in the woods next to an abandoned car. No one's gonna buy it anyway. I'll keep it. Now what were you saying? I invite you to the best movie theater in our backwater dump. The program includes a free cashier's home video of him walking around in a French maid costume. Wow. He just went pointedly towards the sick. I hope his donor gets his rose deeply unhappy. Let's go. He can feel the box burning his skin even through his clothes. Last time was 61 cars. No matter how harshly he joked, Brian could count. Maybe that damn pumpkin game was fun and made him go nuts. Because there was an extra cars in one of those MLB celebrities. Yeah, Major League Baseball. Yeah, United States and Canada. In fact, we're about to whoop Canada's asses presently in the World Baseball Tournament. I forget what it's actually called, but yeah, it's just going to be just like in the hockey at Olympics. We're going to take home everything there, too. This is indeed America's pastime after all, baseball. Brian bends nervously as if he's hoping to delete the memory of that strange and frightening image. The card has standard design with textures and colorful captions. But instead of a baseball player with a image was a vaguely familiar woman. Smashed swollen face was blue. hose was broken. A purple bubble replaced her wrath dye. Ashley called Brown's name, the bubble burst, sending his disgusting drive was spiraling into Brown's face. First he thought he'd look through the cards again after he got home. Now he realized that better off burned or buried. After all, who knows how many cards will be next time? We'll be printing on the extras. Let me see how I've been recording. Here we go. Yeah, it's actually gonna be the end of this chapter, ladies and gentlemen, to keep this from getting too long. So if you dig what I'm doing, subscribe and I'll sub back fairly well.